Russell Westbrook, the haters are going to be like, well, he fouled out and his team lost. They had the second highest scoring game in NBA history. And they were winning that game until he fouled out. And I don't care. I thought it was awesome. That was a great debut. For all the people who doubted it, I think this first game just goes to show that Russell Westbrook and the Los Angeles Clippers can work. Also, a lot of people have been saying that they think Ty Lue's a bad coach. I've always been in the camp that I personally think Ty Lue's an underrated coach, and I don't know. I want to hear Clipper. I've just heard a few Clippers fans say that they need to fire Ty Lue, so I'm just surprised by that opinion. But let's talk about Russell Westbrook, the man. 17 points tonight, was cooking with gas. All right, 14 assists, I believe it was last time I checked. Okay, let me get that right. Let me make sure I have these stats memorized. It was 17 points, 14 assists. Yes, I know he had 7 turnovers, but he had 5 rebounds. He shot 1 for 4 from three, but 7 of 13 from the field, over 50%. Also, we can all agree that Mason Plumlee arguably was why they lost that game. I mean, the defense collapsed. I mean, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard were awesome. But right there, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George, it works. And then you had off the bench Eric Gordon and Terrence Mann, who were solid. Norman Powell dropped 24. Nick Batum dropped 19. But we saw Russell Westbrook, who looked more confident, more comfortable than he ever did. And with the Lakers. So that's where I want to hear your guys' opinions. What'd you guys think of this game? And are you guys in agreement with me that I personally definitely think Russell Westbrook looked great and his, Clippers debut, he needed to do what needed to be done. And I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I thought it was a pretty solid performance. The Los Angeles Clippers are definitely a team that you can tell that they're just definitely still trying to figure out this roster. I mean, they're a fantastic team. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I think Russell Westbrook was a good addition, and people literally acted like he was going to be this awful, awful player, and I was always stunned about that because he's still, yeah, maybe he lost a step or two, but he's still that guy. And I think that's people just trying to find a reason to, I don't even know, to just doubt Russell Westbrook. But it's a special team they have here, the Clippers, and I think with every game that they get with Russell Westbrook to play with Paul George, it's going to get better and better and better to the point that I think it's going to be quite a problem for teams to stop them. You got Russell Westbrook, this downhill guy. Oh, he's going to again be a problem for people that don't. You got so many options now. Like who do you choose? Okay, who do you choose to guard? Who do you not choose? Like it's a conundrum. And tonight they showed that they can put up so many points that it's I don't even I didn't even know it was feasible. Okay, for somebody to score this many points. So for me, it was a fantastic game to watch. And that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Does Russell Westbrook raise the floor or does he raise the ceiling? And what I mean by that is how much better does he make your team? Or does he make your team better at all? I don't know. I've always been one of those people that I think like you gotta look at it like do some players raise your ceiling and some players raise your floor? And I want to know at this point in his career, what is Russell Westbrook in your guys' humble opinions? I think it's a definitely a hard one to gauge because I personally think offensively our guy Ty Lue is better than Darvin Ham, but at the same time, I don't know if. We saw what he was doing off the bench for the Lakers, so he still could score. And I'm a Wizards fan, so I got to see him, do what he was able to do for my Wizards when he carried Bradley Beal with Brook Lopez to the playoffs, which was absolutely ridiculous. If you guys don't remember that, that was that was absolutely stunning to watch. If you guys didn't watch, that's a good little trip down memory lane just 2 years ago, which is the craziest part about that is it was just 2 years ago that happened. It wasn't like 5 years ago or anything. No, that was like 2 years ago and some change, man. And I think like people just talk about his 3 point shot. There's a lot of good players out in the NBA that don't have a 3 point shot. You can be, I mean, Brooke, you look at DeMar DeRozan. Does he have a 3 point shot? Nah. Is he getting disparaged as washed? No. So I think that's just something that people act as a necessity. If you can impact the game without shooting, I think it just goes to show what type of player you are, a high level player who finds all the ways. Look at Josh Hart. I mean, Josh Hart's a good shooter, a better shooter than Russell Westbrook. But Josh Hart tonight, getting all the praise because of how he's impacting games. So I think that's definitely something that needs to be looked at, something that needs to be, recognized, and something that can improve this team as a whole. So I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm just going to go. But I'm heading out. Let me hear your opinions down below. Did you guys like Russell Westbrook? I thought we saw an aggressive, happy guy who looked like he was in a area that he wanted to be, playing for a city that he wanted to play for. So that's, I think, the biggest takeaway from this is that he looked like he wanted to be with the Clippers. And we heard the rumblings at the end of his tenure with the Lakers that he was allegedly ready. If they couldn't trade him, they're going to waive him, which is crazy to think about that. I guess the Jazz were cool getting a first round pick, but just thinking about it, like, people could have just waited till he was waived this whole time. Maybe that's why he wasn't traded all season, because people were like, "You're gonna waive him. We don't care." But that's it. I'm out. Well, damn, this turned into an 8-minute video. But Russell Westbrook, let me hear your thoughts. Are you guys on the same page or no? But yeah, that's it.